What is going on, everyone? It's Rob and Jonny. Welcome to episode 75 of the MMArcade podcast. Rob had to take a break because he's got soup that he needs to drink.
Dude, I told you, it's been a big week. It's been a massive week, and soup's getting me through. It is well past 2:30, which is my cutoff for caffeine. So vegetable soup it is.
I want to call it out as well, though we are a little bit later with this episode because you were in Perth. We'll talk about that in a second. We're 5 for 5. Consistency is the name of the game here, bro.
Dude, I apologize to all the fans and stuff because they kept saying it's like on time Sunday. Like, I'm sorry because I only had my laptop. I was talking to Jonny about it. I only had my laptop. It would have come out so grainy and the audio would have been terrible because my headphones don't have a microphone, so it would have been the inbuilt speaker. Yeah. So it would have been really bad. It would have been really bad. Okay. So here we are though. Here we are, 5 weeks. 5 weeks in a row. 5 weeks in a row.
It is worth the wait. Obviously, you're in Perth for the fight night there. Yep. We're going to be talking about the results of that. We've also got the predictions for UFC 320. Crazy that's crept up on us so fast. So we're very, very keen to get into that. Got some games news as well, answering your questions. But before we continue with today's episode, we do have a message from today's video sponsor, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles.
Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles is an enhanced version of the original genre-defining game from 1997.
The epic storyline from the Kingdom of Ivalice returns, where players are thrown into a medieval world steeped in war, political intrigue, conflict, and betrayal, where you will discover the truth behind young noble Ramza Beyov that history has forgotten.
Besides this epic story, we cannot forget what made Tactics so great. Strategic turn-based combat, an elaborate character progression, and a deep job system. Control Ramza and his forces in tactical turn-based encounters across a wide range of battlefields, including forests, valleys, swamps, castles, and more. Success or failure rests on how you take advantage of the terrain and unit abilities and your ability to anticipate your opponent's moves.
And the best bit, in Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, everything is enhanced. This masterpiece becomes masterpiecier with a new user interface, improved graphics, new fully voiced characters, new difficulty options, added State of the Realm feature, and a host of quality of life improvements, like the ability to speed up battles, a tactical bird's eye view feature, and more.
And for those that want the original Final Fantasy Tactics experience, the Ivalice Chronicles comes packaged with the classic version, uniting the graphics and gameplay of the original with the renowned War of the Lions translation.
Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, is out now across PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, and Nintendo Switch 2 with a free upgrade. So please check out the game via the link in the description or pinned comment below, and a huge thank you to Square Enix for supporting the MMArcade podcast. Alrighty, we are back. By the way, Rob, the Ivalice Chronicles, you and I have been playing it quite extensively, having a lot of fun. We've got a special video planned for you. Just stay tuned for that on the channel. You've been wanting more uploads on MMArcade, and you're going to be getting it very, very soon. But let's start off the podcast episode with our official predictions for UFC 320. It is finally upon us. And of course, in the main event, in the light heavyweight division for the title, we have Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. Ankalaev, 20 wins, 1 loss. Beat Alex Pereira, of course, recently in a decision win. He defeated Rakic and also KO Johnny Walker. And then, of course, we have Alex Pereira. Who can forget him? 12 wins, 3 losses in the UFC. Lost to Ankalaev in a decision. But before that, he was on a tear. Beat Khalil Rountree Jr. via TKO. Jiří Procházka twice. Jamahal Hill as well at UFC 300. So this is a rematch, Rob. This is not the first time, of course, that they've fought. Now, I want to be very clear. My prediction heading into their first fight, I thought Alex was going to win. And then you watch that fight, and then you keep rewatching it, and you see what happens. Man, I'm so torn on this one because I think right now a lot of people that are fans of Alex are leaning towards Alex, but it's hard to deny Ankalaev after that fight that they had. Can I get your breakdown of this upcoming bout?
Mate, it's exactly as you said. The more that I look into this fight, the more that I try to pave a path of victory for Pereira in my head. How does he beat Ankalaev? The less certain I am of him being able to do it.
Yeah.
Because I guess what would Pereira need to do to have turned around the first fight. He needs to move forward, be less hesitant. I feel like he wasn't leading the dance. Pereira doesn't fight as well going backward as he does going forward. Okay.
Yeah.
What made him so dangerous to the guys he knocked out consecutively was the fact that he was just hunting them the whole time. The only time he didn't look like that was when Khalil took it to him in that first round. Granted, it didn't age well, faded away really quick afterwards. But that happened, okay?
Yeah.
So Ankalaev was putting pressure on him, giving him different looks, attempting to take down, whether he was actually seriously going for it or not, but he was making Pereira work, okay? He was creating different looks for him to make him hesitant, not be on the front foot. Pereira's best rounds were later in the fight, okay? I think when he got over that. But like I said, I just find it hard to see where he goes because what does Pereira need to do? He needs to go forward, he needs to be the hunter, the aggressor, needs to get behind his punches, believe in that to try and land those hits, to start those impact shots to change the pace of the fight so that he can lead the dance and start picking him apart. But if he does that, maybe Ankalaev doesn't just attempt 11 takedowns. Maybe one of them land.
Yeah. Okay.
And then in that first fight, if Ankalaev would have gotten him down for a round, that looks very different, that fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Pereira's a natural striker. He's not a natural wrestler. If you haven't been wrestling, when you get taken down, you work your way back to your feet, it takes it out of you. He didn't even go to the mat and it was taking out of him. Like mentally, it was taking something away. Like physically, it takes a little bit out of your arms. So I wonder, is moving forward, is being more aggressive with his punches, getting behind his punches, is that the right decision? Because maybe Ankalaev does go under him this time, does take him down. It's tricky. It's tricky. I find it's going to be a hard fight. It's going to be a very hard fight for Alex, man.
You said this a lot in the past, that obviously styles make fights, and it feels like Ankalaev and his style is almost the natural kryptonite to Alex Pereira, because a lot of us were saying, he needed to be more active and throw more and whatever. But he actually tried to. When he did that in their first fight, Ankalaev, he was so bloody fast and his counter-striking was so on point that also made Alex a little bit hesitant. And then he was worried about the takedown threat. Now, he stopped 11 or whatever it was takedowns, but that hesitancy, that worry about the takedown was still there because he knew, just like what happened in the Jan Blachowicz fight, for instance, if he gets taken down, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to get back up. So I actually don't know what the best approach is with Ankalaev. And you can hear it in my voice. My prediction is leaning towards Ankalaev. Do I think that he's going to be able to actually secure a takedown? If Alex is more aggressive, probably. But he was so sharp on the feet. He was so bloody quick, counter-striking, throwing shots down the pipe. I'm a little bit worried for Alex Pereira, man. And like someone else, I was watching a YouTube, I think it was Lucas Tracy. He mentioned this, it was Bedtime MMA. Watching his training, watching him talk about that fight, it feels like he's just kind of training in the same way and not preparing in a different manner and not like appreciating what went wrong in that first fight. So I don't know what Alex Pereira is going to be able to do. I'm going to be going big Ank for the decision in this one.
You say that though, it's like, well, what could he do? I think like my path to victory for him would be just to get behind his punches. Just do what he does best. Don't try to play to Ankalaev's strengths.
Yeah.
Like you need just bank on what got you to the position in the first place. So run those centerline kicks, run those centerline punches, those uppercuts, and just you got to work with what you've got sometimes, you know what I mean? And maybe one of those hits lands. Because I don't think Alex landed any significant shots on Ankalaev.
No, there weren't anything big. No.
Not that I can see.
No.
Like Ank was really quick. He was light on his feet. So yeah, you're exactly right. Styles make fights. I think like Ankalaev has the skill set to beat Pereira. Because you look at Pereira's opponents that he's fought. Yeah, he's ran through them, but those dudes weren't the guys to beat him, I don't think. Like I think Jan was a good shout to beat him.
But and we saw how close that fight was. I mean,
exactly, you know what I mean? So again, there aren't a lot of those heavy wrestle mix guys in the division at this point, at this moment.
And you and I touched on it when we did our predictions for the first fight. We talked about how Ankalaev is a southpaw and how Alex might struggle with the calf kicks, right? He really did. Like, he ultimately, he was getting some calf kicks, of course, even to start off the fight. But to be honest, I don't think they had that big of an impact on Ankalaev compared to other fighters that he's fought that are more conventional, where those calf kicks are absolutely brutal. I just think Ankalaev has Alex Pereira figured out. Don't get me wrong. I love a comeback story. I would love to see Alex Pereira reclaim the belt, go up and fight Tommy Aspinall. That would be like an incredible way to close out the year. But ultimately, Ankalaev is my prediction in a decision victory. What about you, man?
I have Ankalaev as well. I think stylistically he's just the antithesis to Alex. So I have Ankalaev as well. You know what I was thinking just now though, before we jump into the co-main? You know who would have given Alex hell, dude? DC. Light heavyweight DC would have ran him over, I reckon.
Can I be honest with you? In general, DC peak light heavyweight would have ran through the entire light heavyweight division. No one's stopping DC aside from Jones. No one's stopping DC. Not Jiří. No, look, in terms of the current light heavyweight division, I think he runs through everyone. He was a menace.
Yeah, like Jones and DC ran that division, and there wasn't really anyone to take their spots.
No,
Curious, but Alex and Ulberg, perhaps.
We're going to talk about it.
A little bit of tease.
You were right. You got your prediction bang on, man. That was a very, very interesting fight. We will get to our reactions, by the way, for Ulberg versus Dom Reyes. But in the co-main, we do have Merab Dvalishvili, another title shot with Cory Sandhagen in the bantamweight division. Merab, 20 wins, 4 losses. He obviously just beat Sean O'Malley with a north-south choke. Umar Nurmagomedov in decision. Sean O'Malley again in decision. Henry Cejudo, Piotr Jan, Jose Aldo. He's beaten a who's who of that division, arguably the GOAT now in bantamweight. And then you got Cory Sandhagen, 18 wins, 5 losses. Just came off a very, very decisive and convincing victory over Davison Figueiredo. I know he got the knee injury, right? But he was dominating him up until that point. He obviously lost to Umar, but he beat Rob Font before that. Rob, can I get your predictions for Merab versus Cory?
Oh, mate, I think I've mentioned this every time we predict Merab. It's like I want the dream to live on. Like I don't want the bubble to pop. I don't want to see a world where Merab doesn't out cardio someone 50-49. You know what I mean? Like I love that world. I love that world. But honestly, I've looked at Merab's striking over his last few fights, and it's cleaned up. Yeah. He's improved defensively. He's gotten much better. We saw that when he started taking the fight to Umar, took the fight to Sean. It's gotten better. Prior to those fights, he used to get clipped like every fight, dude. You know what I mean? Defensively, he's tightened up. Okay, so it takes away those chances, those chance moments. Those punches chances that guy that everybody has out of the equation. And then Merab will get you down. Bet your bottom dollar at some point you're getting taken down. And no matter what you do, the little stamina vampire is going to get more energy and you are going to have less. Then that just sets the tone for the entire 25 minutes. Okay. And then once you start to get tired, once you're freaking out about the takedown, then he starts landing hands on you. Then he starts attacking submissions. Then he starts having your way. He weaponizes cardio to such a degree, it's uncanny. And you know what's crazy, dude? I spoke to him today and he said he didn't even know he had good cardio until recently.
What do you mean recently? Like, just discovered my cardio is good.
Like, until he's just recently realized that no one can keep up with him. Like, just recently. It is wild. So if he had the confidence to do that before, I can only imagine from this moment onwards, right?
How do you realize that just recently? I wonder exactly when it clicked into his head that his cardio has been weaponized. He's so, in terms of cardio, crazily enough, he's so far and beyond everyone. But also in that Sean O'Malley fight, a lot of people, anyone's criticism of Merab always goes to the fact that it's always decisions and all he does is constant takedowns and wrestle and spams and da-da-da-da-da. But then he actually submits Sean O'Malley. Is he going to do that to Cory Sandhagen? Probably not. But yeah, I can't see what Cory is really going to be able to do. I don't know what his path to victory is. I think it's going to be the same rinse and repeat process that we've seen with Merab in every other one of his fights, excluding the Umar fight because that was a lot more competitive. Spamming takedowns, constant pressure. Cory's not going to be able to let up, and it's going to be a decision victory for Merab.
Yeah. And I want to clear the air because I just pumped Merab up. I love Cory Sandhagen as well. I am a huge fan of his craft, the way he does. I actually think he's funny on socials as well. So I'm a big fan of his stuff. I just think Merab's a nightmare to fight. But I will say, if anyone is going to use unorthodox, out of the box, out of the blue, left field attacks to knock Merab out, it's going to be him. His setups and the way he works and the way his brain thinks and his instincts are next level. You know, top notch. So if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be him.
Dude, it's gonna be a good fight and a good card. Like, these are really two good title fights that we have for UFC 320. So please let us know your predictions in the comments below. What were you saying?
I feel like Merab and Sandhagen went under the radar.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I
not
guess
getting enough hype. Not as much as it should.
Part of the reason maybe, I think some people anyways are a little bit maybe annoyed with people that and fighters that get the one victory and then they're straight back into a title opportunity. Like, Cory is not on a 3-fight, 4-fight win streak. He just lost to Umar quite recently, and then he beats Davison Figueiredo, who was doing all right, don't get me wrong, and now he's in a title shot. That maybe that could be it. Like, there's no build-up, there's no like serious new contender up and coming like there maybe is in other divisions. Maybe it's also because of the fact that it's the co-main and it's not the main event, so people are focused on Pereira Ankalaev. But that's a rematch too. So I don't know. It's a good point you make, man. I don't know what the reason is.
Merab's kind of beating the who's who button.
Dude, he's the GOAT of bantamweight. At this stage, there's no denying it. But yeah, let us know your predictions in the comments below. And finally, what is arguably the fight of the night, Jiří Procházka versus Khalil Rountree Jr., light heavyweight. Now, I was going to say this could be a number one contender's shot, but who knows what's going to be happening with Carlos Ulberg. But we have Jiří Procházka, 31 wins, 5 losses. He beat Jamahal Hill via TKO, lost to Alex Pereira, of course, beat Alexander Rakic as well. Then we have Khalil Rountree, 14 wins, 6 losses. He also beat Jamahal Hill, lost to Alex Pereira via TKO in that brutal fight. He beat Anthony Smith. He also beat Chris Daukaus as well. Rob, Procházka versus Rountree. What do you reckon, man?
Mate, this is going to be a quick one because who knows? Who knows? Like, honestly, any fight Jiří's in, I have no idea what's going to happen. Okay? Yeah. But I will say, Khalil's going to come out strong. He's going to, if he doesn't knock Jiří out in the first, he's not going to win that fight. Okay? That's just how Jiří operates. If you don't get him out of there, you don't win the fight against him. I feel. And I also feel Khalil's like that as well. Like he's really front-loaded. He's got excellent striking, very explosive guy. He's going to come out super aggressive, try to land hands on Jiří. Jiří does get hit. I do think his head movement has gotten better.
It has. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. A little bit.
Super exaggerated, but still Khalil's great at striking.
Yeah.
If Jiří can survive Khalil's early attacks, like early explosions, I think he's got to I think he becomes a favorite to win that fight then.
So you pretty much implied this, but you think it's fair to say that this fight isn't going to a decision. Someone's just getting knocked out or TKO'd either way.
Definitely. There's no way. That's the only thing I'm sure about this fight. It doesn't go to decision.
Yeah. So you are firmly saying it's going to be Jiří Procházka, because I am too as well.
I'm firmly saying I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It. Come on.
I don't know, but it's not going to decision. That's what I'm saying. That's my prediction. This fight doesn't go to decision.
That's a cop out, Rob. You need to plant your flag in the ground. Is it Jiří or is it Khalil? Do it. Could be. I'm going to go Jiří.
I'm going to go Jiří because in some crazy world, he fights his way back up to fight Pereira for a third time. and then he
gets knocked out.
Dude, you said that, dude. And I want to see that fight happen because Jiří, his devotion to the sport has to be respected.
Can I ask you this, by the way, while we're on the topic, and we're just about to talk about Ulberg and Reyes. Let's say Jiří wins. Let's say Pereira wins. Is the fight to make a trilogy between those two, given Jiří's already lost to Pereira twice already, or do you throw Ulberg into there?
No, after what Ulberg did on the weekend, which we're segueing into perfectly. He's the Ulberg literally punched himself into a title shot. Mate, Dominick Reyes, okay, the resurgence, everyone was talking about it. He had 3 knockouts. Like, he was running through people again, like what he had done to get to the Jones fight, right?
Yeah.
And that's all everyone could talk about. But Carlos Ulberg dismantled him. He had him biting at every feint and movement. His lateral movements was amazing. His evasiveness, his elusiveness, he was so well. Like, his footwork was so beautiful to see.
Yeah.
Okay, it looked like he was in the Matrix because you could see everything a second before. And I said this to a lot of things, and I asked him after the fight, I said, were you looking for a particular read? It felt like, because the fight was slow up until it finished, right? It felt like you were waiting, like you were setting something up and you were looking for something, and until Dominick came in the way he did. And he goes, yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Because he had him biting on feints and jabs and the entire fight.
Dude, Dom Reyes looked like almost he was wading through mud. Do you know what I mean? Like, he looked very, very slow. He was unsure of himself.
He looked nervous. It's crazy.
He looked nervous. Exactly.
Granted, he did fly all the way to Perth. Like, that's a big flight, dude.
It is a big flight. That's like at least, it could be like a 20-hour flight or something, door to door.
I think it's more because they got to go to Sydney first. Then they got
to okay, and then it's like 24 hours door to door. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so far.
Yeah.
So far.
So it doesn't sound like you were surprised. Like, Ulberg was your prediction. He was your lock. I did go for Reyes. I believed in the vibes. I believed in the comeback journey. It wasn't to be. But it sounds like you weren't surprised with what happened.
Oh, mate. I don't think striking with Ulberg is the way you do it. Because I feel like even if you're a good striker, he'll probably beat you in points at the 15 or 25-minute mark. They're crafty. Those city kickboxing guys, those fadeaway left hooks, the way he reacts when he has his back on the fence and he has that contact, his flurries, he's good at his craft. The way he gets you thinking about other things with his kicks, which I thought would be much more prevalent in this fight because it's a southpaw versus orthodox. I thought those kicks would be like much more emphasized, but didn't need them. Yeah, is what it is. You know,
I feel very, very sad for Dom Reyes. Like, this could have been, and as I said to you in the last episode, being Kiwi, being from this side of the world, I wanted to see Carlos Ulberg win. But I really, this is one of those ones where I really struggle to support someone or to favor one person or over the other, because I wanted to see them both win, kind of like the Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez fight. So it's very sad to see what happened to Dom Reyes. I think he's going to be okay. He's a little bit chinny, unfortunately, at this point in his career. Carlos Ulberg versus the winner of Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. That's pretty much going to happen next, right? Unless Jiří Procházka or Khalil Rountree does something phenomenal. I can't see them putting either of those two ahead of Carlos Ulberg at this time.
No, I don't. Unless Jiří does like a triple backflip onto like Rountree's head, dude. Like, bar something spectacular like that, then I don't think we're seeing that fight happen.
Pulling out the capoeira. All right, so let's see what happens. So both of us clearly, we were supporting Ulberg. He got it done. We had different predictions. He's probably going to be fighting for the title next. But as for the rest of the UFC Fight Night card in Perth, the Aussies did all right. And there's one fight that I want to ask about you in particular.
How about we do something crazy?
Okay, go on.
I will run through this.
Wow, Mr. Desk Analyst. All right.
No, I'm going to run through this because I was forced to watch the entire damn card from the doors opening, okay?
At 7 a.m. in the morning.
Dude, this is about the only week you'll get this. Now, but I'll do it quick because it is clocking on here. It is clocking on. We're getting an hour show tonight.
Absolutely. All right, go on.
I thought Jimmy Crute's path to victory was always going to be takedown wrestling. You could see what he was trying to do with his kicks. He was trying to create that space because Erzling goes mental, okay? Really tight boxing. But as soon as he took him down, game over. Don't even know what that choke was at. Did you see that choke?
That was the Kratos choke. That was like
Dude,
a Mortal Kombat finishing choke.
A Jimmy Crute the Brute choke. They teach that down in Bendigo. Jack Jenkins, mate. That's Jack Jenkins, Raymond Tavares. I don't think that's how you say it.
Tavares, yeah.
Tavares. It's what I thought. The kicks, I thought, impacted that fight so heavily. Southpaw orthodox, and I don't think anyone kicks as hard as Jack Jenkins.
Dude, his shins are made of something else, dude.
I remember everything into him, dude.
Oh, speaking of fighters, I do that sometimes, and it was previous fight night or previous card in Perth. I asked him, I was like, dude, your kicks, your shins are crazy. Apparently, he got them tested, and he has way thicker bone density than the average. Like, it's actually crazy, which is why he's able to throw them so hard and land them so hard. That's what he says. Yeah.
That's so cool if he does, because that'll take him so far.
Freaking Wolverine, bro.
Because those kicks dictated that entire fight. Not to mention, it's dictated every other fight he's had. Okay? Unbelievable superpower. But got the win. Another great one for the Aussies. Neil Magny to beat Jake Matthews. Okay. You would have had to have seen the fight to be as confused and upset as we are, right? Jake Matthews, like the end of the first round was crazy. What do you think about it? Just in case everyone.
Do you want me to summarize it, right?
People would have had to have seen it too, even to have heard it. I got more soup, by the way.
Have you soup? I'll kind of like summarize what had happened. So essentially, Jake had Neil in a choke. It was going right to the end of the round. This is what happened. There's no denying it. The ref, 1 second before the bell or the siren rung, he said he's out because he saw Neil's arm do something funny. Jake lets go. And then, like, again, half a second later, the bell rings. And we all thought, fuck, well, he's won because he said he was out. It was before the actual siren. Jake has won. And then the referee has changed his mind. He's like, no. Fight continues. Jake is confused. Neil's angry because he clearly thought that he wasn't out. Regardless of whether he was out or not, the ref stopped the fight. It stopped the fight. It didn't reach the end of the round. To be honest, man, I'm furious for Jake Matthews. I thought this was an absolute robbery.
That was like, I don't know. It's so weird. Because do you think Neil Magny was out?
No, but Rob, that's beside the point. I don't think he was out because he got up and he seemed to be fine, right? So if the ref had stuck with this decision,
there was no delay. There was no delay in him getting up or complaining to. No, like it looked like that. You know what it looked like? It looked like the ref made a mistake.
Yes,
and then corrected himself on the spot. Okay, that's what everyone's arguing.
But the problem is, Rob, you can't do that when there was a full second of choke left to go. Like, I'm not saying that second would have meant Neil Magny would have gone out, right? Because I don't think the choke was fully in. But it doesn't matter because he stopped the fight and Jake let go. And he said he was out.
Then the ref said, psych.
My bad. Continue.
Dude, that was... what do you
Rob,
do?
hey, quick question to you, right? Quick question. If this had happened with 10 seconds to go in the round, what would have happened? Jake would have won. It would have been a robbery to Neil because he wasn't out, but that 100%. Would have been the decision. So it was 100%. Just because there was a second to go, the ref was able to save himself.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're in the ref shoes and there's that little to go, like you let, and it's Neil Magny, right? You let him die, like you let that go, okay, until he's getting carried out because he's a vet of the sport. There's a second to go. Let him go out on his shield. I don't know. It was a bad ref's decision. Okay. Regardless, is what it is. Jake comes back round two. Rode the roller coaster of emotion. Comes out round two. Beats up Neil Magny again. Okay. Beats him up again. Everything's back on track. All right. We're still in for a Jake Matthews win here. Dude, round three, Neil Magny's corners are going, Neil Magny, I need you to wrestle this round.
and you know what's funny? They weren't saying Neil. It was like, come on, Neil Magny. You're the man, Neil Magny.
Neil Magny, I need you to wrestle this round. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if you tell me to wrestle round 3, I'm not winning that fight, bro. But Neil Magny, in Neil Magny fashion, goes out there, wrestles his ass off, and somehow clutches a DAS finish on Jake in round 3. It was wild. It was a wild fight, wild turn of events in hindsight.
And typical Neil Magny, because he's done it many times again, and he'll probably continue to do it against contenders, man.
I'm so upset for Jake, and I'm heartbroken for him. But still, I'm a little bit happy for Neil.
You can be.
How can't you be? You know.
By the way, Jake has said that they're appealing the decision.
Yes, that's what I was about to say as well. They are appealing it. I don't know if that ever works, but
it worked once. Someone remind me in the comments. It doesn't happen often, but there was a fight maybe a couple of months ago where it was turned to a no contest. There is a very slight chance, and I think they have to go through the WA commission on this one. There's a slight chance that they might turn it to a no contest, man. There might be a case there.
WA commission, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. And then lastly, we had Tom Nolan and Charlie Campbell. You know what? I was so impressed by Tom Nolan.
Hell yeah.
Like, guy's so tall for that division. Charlie, I was always like, if Charlie is a little bit more patient, I'm a little worried about Tom because he goes straight backwards sometimes. Charlie explodes. He goes mental. Like, did you see Charlie Campbell's previous fight against Peak?
No, well, I actually didn't watch that one.
Peak was standing hammer fisting. It was wild. It's a wild fight. I bring it up because it's funny. You should look it up. But he fought through adversity. He got clipped. He fought through adversity. I feel like Charlie got a bit complacent. Like, I got this. Kind of started getting reckless again a little bit, a dash. And then Tom hurt Charlie, jumped on his back like excellent instincts and got a submission win. Good on him.
Dude, overall, pretty good night for the Aussies and the Kiwis, man.
10 out of 11.
Yeah, had it not been for that Jake Matthews one, we could have had a clean sweep, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not salty at all.
10 out of 11.
But let us know your reactions to UFC Perth in the comments below. And that is it for the UFC segment. We're going to be moving on to the game segment. It is going to be a longer episode.
Oofed.
We're getting there. But, Rob, there are too many good games this year, right? I had a bit of a problem. So, PlayStation sent me an early code for Ghost of Yōtei, right? And I've been playing it. I've been loving it. Great visuals. Awesome combat. The story is expectedly great. Like, I wouldn't expect anything else from them. It's not a perfect game by any means. The open world formula can be considered to be a little bit dated. The stealth is undermined a little bit by simple enemy AI. The enemies, they tend to be very, very samey as the game goes on. But overall, still a very, very good game, and it's rated very well. Yōtei has rated, I think it's at 87 at the moment. That might have shifted. But it just gets me on this point about this year, Rob. Can I list to you the games in just the past few weeks that have released and the scores that they have obtained? Yeah. Hades 2, 92 on Metacritic. Silent Hill F, 87. Ghost of Yōtei, as I just mentioned, that I've been playing, 87. Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evilise Chronicles, which we just did the sponsored read on, 87 on Metacritic. This year, Expedition 33, 93 on Metacritic. Silksong, 92. Split Fiction, 92. Donkey Kong Bonanza, 91. Death Stranding, 89. Monster Hunter Wilds, which you played, 88. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 88. There's too many games. There's too many good games, bro. How are we meant to keep up with this?
I don't know. It's good. It's good. Good to have good games. Good to have good games.
We are very much spoiled by choice at the moment, but my back catalog, man, it's getting huge, man. Do you ever get overwhelmed with like the games that you see on a list or coming out or whatever that you want to play?
Oh, yeah, like I don't get overwhelmed, but I get like a feeling of FOMO when there's a game I want to play that's released, but I don't feel like playing it now.
Yeah.
But I know it's there and everybody else is playing it. That gets me sometimes. Like I bought Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Granted, I was going to buy it at some stage, but I can't be bothered getting through the first one. And I don't really want to jump into the second one without finishing the first one.
Yeah, fair.
So I bought it and it's just sitting in my library at the moment.
Do you think you're going to play it realistically?
Hopefully, maybe one day, because like it's fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And maces are so overpowered in Kingdom Come 1. Because my dudes, you know what the thing is? I can't burn through the first game because I'm playing on hardcore, and it just everything takes so long to travel. Oh, it's brutal.
I feel you.
But,
by the way, I wanted to say this. I think what Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 did with, I know that you say you should play the first one before you play the second one, but what they did with the story, it effectively, if you are coming to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for the first time and you haven't played the first one, that's okay. I like how games are trying to do this more, and I just spoke about it. Ghost of Yōtei, it follows up on Ghost of Tsushima in terms of it being the next game in the franchise, but it's a separate story. Yes, there are callbacks to the first game. Yes, if you play the first game, you'll notice some certain things, and you might appreciate Yōtei a little bit more, but it's very much its own game. It's a standalone thing, so you don't necessarily have to play Tsushima. Yōtei can be your hook into the franchise, and then you go off and play Tsushima if you really like it. So I really liked how they did that, man. I liked that it wasn't necessarily just a direct sequel and follow-up to Tsushima. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be a problem for me if I hadn't played the first one. I'm like over halfway through and probably 2/3 of the way through. So that's what's holding me back more than anything.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know what you think about all these great games in the comments below. The Game of the Year discussions are going to get very, very intense. But Rob, we really quickly, I just talked about what I was playing in our watching, playing, and reading segment. I've been playing Ghost of Yōtei. What have you been getting up to, man?
Oh, dude, we're burning through the back end of this episode now.
Yeah. So people know we're at the 50-minute mark because we were recording some other stuff. So it's for us, it's long. For you, it might not be.
Oh yeah, my bad. Like I need to drag this out a bit, otherwise people get antsy in the comments. What have I been doing? I've been so busy with Perth. I only just got back the other day, and honestly, I'm worn out. But I guess I'm still playing Noita. I said it last week. I had a few good runs.
Yeah.
That died to stupid crap, dude. There were like pseudo god runs because I could start to go up and down outside of the game sort of perimeters. That's what they call it. So I for one of my deaths was it was a killer run, but there's a square piece of gold. Okay, there's heaps of loose gold there. And I opened up a small part and it was dribbling down and I was just getting money, like free money. So I put my character under there and went out a shower. Yeah. And then I come back to my dude drowning. Like he actually drowned. It's so stupid. There's so many stupid ways to die in this game. But I got another run going at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it. I'm in a point where I need to find a new game. I knew something to do. I haven't been up to too much. Things have been a bit busy at the moment. That's it. That's all I've been doing. I haven't really been watching anything. Haven't been reading anything either. Like Iron Blooded.
It's been a busy week for you.
Read that. That's cool.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to
the fact that we're getting into these episodes every week now, there's not much difference. Like sometimes I don't have time to change crap.
Yeah, because you keep doing runs in Noita, for God's sake. Drop the controller, drop the mouse and keyboard, you'll be fine. Just pick another game. Stop suffering.
Yeah. It's good.
Give it a couple of weeks.
Any fans of Noita will tell you how good it is. Like it's fun, man. It really is. Just hard and stupid. But I feel like the guys that are actually good at it I can't get to that level. Like they're like physicists or something because one combinations is like hard maths. It's crazy. It's too much for me.
You don't think that if you streamed or did YouTube full time or whatever that you couldn't get that good?
I don't think they stream because nobody knows what Noita is. These videos that I'm watching on YouTube, don't have that many views because there aren't many of us.
Fair. Alrighty. Well, let's get to the last segment, viewer questions. As always, if you have any questions for us, let us know in the comments below. First up is from @Sadith94. Question for Rob. Highest chance of fighting on the White House card is if you fight an American like Strickland. Would you sit out and wait until then if it was guaranteed?
Probably. Why not? It's a pretty special occasion.
All right. So but what if you had the option of fighting in Sydney, Feb, and then going to the White House card? It's a decent length.
When's the White House card, bud?
Oh, when is the specific date? Because I don't think it's actually on the 4th of July. I need to confirm. It is. Well, it does say 4th of July. I thought that they were going to change it to like June or something like that. Someone let me know in the comments below. I don't think they've actually confirmed the specific date, but it's around there. Let's say it's July, early July. Would you fight in February in Sydney and then in July?
Maybe. I don't know. A lot of moving parts. And I think everybody and their mates trying to get on that card.
Yeah, I think you got a good chance, though. You and Strickland. That could be pretty good. Next question is from @LawrenceAP. Rob, are those the SteelSeries Nova Pros you're rocking there? How are they?
Yeah, they are. And they're really good. Like, really good. They got a battery you can take in, take out, so I never have to like keep it docked. It's actually, in the battery life is ages. Like, I really like these headphones.
Are they comfortable for long periods? Like, you don't get soreness at the top of your head or anything like that?
I guess so. I don't know if I ever really play long enough to know, you know?
Yeah, fair. All right. Next question is from @MrHalbert77. Amazing podcast as always. Thank you. I would have a question for Rob. I'm from Montreal and been a fan for the last few years. I just learned that you used to train at TriStar. What was your experience there like? Do you have a good story from your time training in Canada?
No, it was great. I think it was a bit of a rude awakening for me in just a lot of different ways. Just the way that bigger gyms and popular gyms and things like that with such history like kind of train, the way they do it. Very different to what I was used to back home, especially coming from like minor leagues to just entering the UFC and seeing everything. But it was great. Montreal was beautiful. Canada's beautiful. It was a great time. I don't really have too many cool stories, but like, a lot of it was just in the sweat room, dude.
Yeah, fair. If you think of one, we can go into it in the following episode.
I'll try to think. I'll try to remember. It was a long time ago now. I was like, what the hell? 15 years ago. Wow.
Damn. That is a long time. Next question, and the last question for today's episode, @TimothyShapka1309. Also widely excited to see you in physical, love Physical 100, and if Rob is in it, it's an auto watch. We also need to be filled in on how the D&D session went. Did you go with the Unga Bunga Barb?
Okay. So the Physical 100, it was a crazy experience, super fun. Can't wait for you guys to see it, okay? I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I don't know what made it in the show or what did not. So I do a lot of stupid stuff. But in terms of like the D&D, we had to push it back 2 weeks. So I think we're starting this weekend now. But cool. I'm not vibing melee fighters anymore.
Wow, that's big for you to say, man.
Yeah, no, I'm waggly. I'm back. I'm a waggly finger dude again. That's me.
Are you a wizard? You're a mage.
I'm a wizard, Harry. Like, I'm a magic dude now.
You literally 2 weeks ago saying that you're all wizard out, and now you're back to being a wizard.
I'm so waggly. I'm so back, dude. I'm gonna have like a pointy hat, a robe, a cape, and everything. Layers upon layers of magic. I cannot wait, dude.
Oh my God, you flip-flop so bad. And that is the end of episode 75 of the MMArcade podcast. If you've been watching until this time, thank you so much. Again, thank you to today's video sponsor, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Rob, as always, do you have final thoughts for the closing of the app?
Just the usual thank you to our fans and followers and supporters, you guys that like, subscribe, and hang around and comment and tell us how cool we are and how well we're doing. You guys drive me to be better. See ya.